Welcome to our Super Seller Sunday. We are here today with Debra McCray. She is a person of interest that I found on our groups that has sold over 500 plus size clothing on Facebook Marketplace. Debra, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us.
Well, I've been selling eBay since about 2000, off and on. I work a full job. I'm an office manager in a medical office. That's my real job. I work there full time. But I mean, it started out when I was in high school. I used to go to the flea market to sell my junk to make some money. And
Oh, that's awesome.
I caught that treasure hunt and reselling, trying to make money stuff bug a long time ago. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I joined a Facebook group called the Thrifting Board. If you know of Jason Smith, he used to have a cable show called Thrift Hunters, and he markets himself quite well. But he started that group, and it has about 60,000 members. Learned a lot more about thrifting and reselling in that group because originally I just did it to see if I could do it. So I would just get some things, list them on eBay, see if they would sell. I learned about clothes. I used to watch QVC all the time, and I buy a lot of clothes on QVC. I kind of learned how they sell things on air, where you
Right.
have something in front of you to try on. And I think maybe a lot of that just kind of sunk in on how to market things without the person actually being there. I saw a lot of people were selling returns on eBay from QVC. So I researched that, and for a couple years I bought returns wholesale. I got a number and bought and then resold their customer returns. I did okay with that, but it was kind of an expensive way to go. You can't get it really cheap. I did that for a few years, and then I kind of got out of it altogether, selling online. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, I started learning more about going to thrift stores and flipping things from thrift stores. And that's how I, in the last few years, have made some money doing that, because so many people don't wear the clothes in their closet, or they don't even take the tags off. And you can go to thrift stores and find brand new clothes or clothes that's pretty much new without tags. And so I just started searching, for plus sizes because I'm plus size, and I just know plus size people like to buy online because it's so hard to find stuff in the stores. And then
That's
I
true.
brand other things too. And I mean, I'm pretty much will buy anything that I think I can make a profit on. Clothes is still my main focus. I do a lot of clothes.
In my opinion, clothes is not an easy sell. That's one of the main reasons why I was so interested in you, because you said you've sold, did you say over 500 or 600?
Over 5 now on Marketplace. I've never
Yeah.
seen anything like Marketplace before. I mean, I've sold clothes on eBay and on Poshmark and on McCray, but I've never had sales like I've had on Marketplace. It's like I list things and they sell within 5 minutes of listing.
Wow.
I've kind of focused on what I know will sell easily, plus
Mhm.
sizes, usually tops. I don't really mess with bottoms that much because they're harder, like to try that stuff on. They're harder to fit. So I focus on tops and coats and sweaters and things like that. Bold colors, bright colors, unusual patterns, and brand name. That's what I look for. Here lately on Marketplace, I mean, I'll list things on the weekends and they will sell. I'll ship out 20, 30 packages on Monday. My mind, I've never seen anything like it before. Never on Facebook, not even on Poshmark. You
So
know,
as far as like low and no views and stuff, do you feel like that's really hit you?
well, yeah, sometimes. I mean, I've been on Facebook Marketplace since it started, and then I think November, December, I was offered the shipping option. Facebook has always been quirky. I mean, I used to sell groups I still sell in groups sometimes, but it's like every weekend, every day, something would change in Marketplace, and it's been that way. It's almost like a puzzle to try to figure out, okay, what's
Yep.
today? Like I've lost my delete and relist option. I don't know
Mhm.
why I can't delete and relist anymore. I do that all the time.
Do you just post on your personal account, or do you have a business account that you post on?
I just post on my personal
Okay.
account. I have an eBay store, and I've thought about setting something up. And because I do it part time, since it's working for me right now, I haven't really investigated how to take it any further
If
because
it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't.
I'm as I can handle it right now. So I haven't really.
Yeah. One of the things that I found, and it was just kind of like a little, like almost like a secret. It's been a couple of months that every time I sell in a specific niche, it always does well. And the reason why I ask about the low and no views is because anytime I have an item that I know is very niched down, that people are always looking for, that's not oversaturated, it doesn't matter what the glitch is, it's going to sell. When I saw what you were doing, I was like, this girl's figured it out because that's the niche. Plus size men's clothes, same thing. They sell really fast, because 2X plus size clothes, men don't, they're not out there, especially if you have like specific name brands or, things like that. I've never been able to get clothes that are smaller to sell quickly, but the plus size all day long.
I agree. And I do the same thing. I can sell men's clothes, even smaller men's clothes, but more so the plus size. I sell men's clothes almost sometimes easier than women's clothes, especially on eBay. But I've also sold a lot on Marketplace of men's clothes as well. For me, it's trying to find the right brands that sell and the condition. I mean, I really, really, really try not to sell anything that has any signs of use. Try to find things that look new or look like they've not been worn or maybe still have tags on them. But I'm not perfect. I mean, every once in a while, something will slip through. I know on eBay, sometimes I've sold things and there'd be a giant hole in it. And I'm so embarrassed because I can't believe I let it go out the door like that. But sometimes you just don't see things. And then any clothes, I try to wash most of my clothes that I sell so they arrive to the customer clean and smell fresh. I try not to send anything out with any stains on it. If I catch it, I'll wash it. If it doesn't come out, then it just goes back. I'll either throw it away or redonate it. But I try really hard to not sell anything that I wouldn't want to buy myself.
Yeah, I used to have the same philosophy when I would flip houses. Every single one of them, the standard for me was if I wasn't willing to live in it, then it wasn't good enough.
And I think that helps with my sales because I don't know if you saw the comment I put, but so many people that are selling clothes on Facebook Marketplace, they don't include the brand name, they don't give the measurements, they don't tell you what kind of fabric it is. I won't buy anything unless I have 3 pieces of information. I need to know the bust size or I won't be able to wear it. I want to know, does it have any stretch or is it woven? And I definitely have brand names because I don't want to be buying something Faded Glory for $20 on Facebook when I could go to Walmart and buy it for $20. QVC clothes or any name department store clothing lines, things like that. I guess I've just educated myself over the years, so I kind of know some of that. I know what brands sell and what brands people are looking for. Although my surprise brand is Alfred Dunner because I always thought of that as an old lady clothing line. But whenever I list Alfred Dunner clothes, it always sells almost instantly.
So, really?
I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of old ladies on Facebook. I don't know.
There's a thrift store here in Dallas that is almost like a high-end thrift store. And I took my mom there once and she spent like almost $100 on clothes. I'm like, Mom, this is a thrift store. This seems like an expensive thrift store to me. And she's like, do you know what this is? I can't remember the name of it. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. We don't know what that is.
Well, it's true. I mean, like clothing on QVC, their prices have gone incredibly high in the last few years. I mean, you look on QVC and they're charging $50 top or something. So, if I find that and I find it for $4 and sell it for 20, happy, and the person knows that they're getting a really good deal on it. And I try to buy modern stuff. I try not to buy old-fashioned looking clothes. Of course, anything with stretch in it is going to sell better. For plus size, we like our stretch.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. We like to be comfortable. I'm really glad to meet somebody who has been able to take and niche down on Facebook Marketplace and do so well like you do. It's exciting to me.
Well,
Anyway.
I see I'm on these different groups and I see people just killing it and they're shipping out 50 packages a day and I'm just like my mind's blown. I guess they do it full time because I would never be able to handle that kind of load. I'm trying to set myself up for early retirement and get to that point where if I want to do full time, I don't have to relocate it for an income, but I think it would be a way to maybe retire from a management job early, something like this, and still bring in good income.
Let me ask you this while I still have you on the line. When you go and post to groups, when you post your listing, you post it to groups also, correct?
Not more. I
Not
just
anymore.
went straight to marketplace with shipping. It was getting kind of wonky. Sometimes the groups weren't working or they don't post the shipping charges in groups and it gets confusing. And if I would try to get from marketplace group, it wasn't working. So I've gone straight to marketplace.
Yep.
I was fortunate in the initial COVID phase to sell puzzles like I never imagined possible. I sold so
Really?
many puzzles between March and July of last year. It wasn't even funny. I had my husband putting puzzles together for me to make sure all the pieces were there, and they were going out 10, 15 a weekend during COVID. People
Wow.
like crazy.
That's fantastic.
Now they're not selling quite as quickly as they used to, but we had both of us were well, I was an essential worker, so I never got laid. I never got furloughed at all. My husband was off for 5 weeks, so I put him in charge of putting puzzles together for me while he was off. And gosh, I probably sold I don't know how many, couple hundred puzzles during
Oh
COVID.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And did you have these puzzles just in your garage and
I had some.
before?
I I've started thrifting some, but you have to be careful because thrift store puzzles tend to notoriously be missing pieces. But some brands will sell even with the pieces missing. So I just like to have a photo of them put together or at least tell someone how many pieces are missing. During lockdown, I think that was America's pastime was putting together jigsaw puzzles. I've listed a few of other things on Facebook, but honestly, the clothes sell so fast that every minute I have to list, I'm listing clothes.
So would you have any advice for our group members?
Well, number one, know what you're selling, do the research, the prices, make sure you price it fair because most of my stuff is priced between $10 and $20. Make sure you understand shipping because a lot of people don't. And, very few items weigh under 8 ounces in clothing. A few do, but most are going to be between 8 and 16 ounces or over a pound. So understand how shipping works and then be professional. Make sure everything's clean, wrinkle free. I fold it, put in tissue paper, and I buy nice poly mailers so it looks professional when I send it out. And I include a little postcard with my information about who I am, my eBay store and where I am on Facebook, and if they have any problems to let me know. That's just what's worked for me, and that's what I do.
Thank you for letting me hang out with you for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
If you guys want to come see our group at FB Marketplace for sellers only on Facebook, and you can also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates. We put videos out almost every day. Thanks a bunch.